dive in to session 6. Q1, session 16 of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Last session was our in-person session with our guest star Bon playing the heroine Kira. And the session opened where we'd left it with Kira in Saltmarsh greeting the party. Picard, you were reunited with your sister, who you never knew you had. You spent the first day getting to terms with your family, learning some of your history, going to the tavern where you met a lizard folk who was a vegetarian, as well as a man who had some precious information locked behind the wall of buying a drink, which never really came to anything. You spoke with Kira and learnt that your parents were sadly passed away, and you were from the town of Hardby, close to Greyhawk. You learnt of yourself, your family was... Who was that?
James dying.
I just looked back and James is absolutely fine. I'm like, it sounded like James. You found that your family, the Lockwoods, were fairly well-to-do merchants of Hardby, and you'd grown up on ships as well as your sister, captaining them and taking them on trade routes. Your path steered into the Marines, the Hardby Marines, the guards of the main rivers up to Greyhawk. And it was whilst you were away that the plague besieged your town and killed your parents. As far as you're aware, you and Kira had been going to make a trade deal when you were attacked by pirates and you were thrown overboard. And that is when you woke up in Saltmarsh.
Can I just confirm, what was the story about his parents? They died in Hardby?
In Hardby, yeah. It was just from an illness that swept the town. But Picard wasn't there when it happened.
Ooh.
No way. He was on the ship with the men.
All the manly men.
So, you kitted Kira out with some of your goods from your blacksmith's garage, as she had no possessions.
That was a mistake.
Good for a cost.
Yeah. And on the second day, after a night of reconnecting and drinking and eating, you were in the town, and I believe it was you, Styles, came across Verteg, the butler of the lord you had just done a job for, and he said that their caravan had been attacked, and everyone had been killed bar him. He was heading to Anders, and he asked you to gather people together to go with him to just search and see if there are any remains. You did. Anders got you together, and you travelled a day's ride into a well-trodden road. And when you got there, you found that the prince had been killed. His possessions were scattered everywhere, but the box that held his fortune, locked by a password, was missing. You searched around and found scraps of red cloth. However, the guards seemed to shun any further investigation, and you headed back to Saltmarsh. It was said that it would be passed on to the authorities there for them to deal with, possibly just another bandit attack on the road. And perhaps he should travel with a bigger guard next time. Kira,
try again next time.
Yeah. Kira, upon arriving in Saltmarsh, had told you, Picard, of her capture by the pirates. And she told you they had something of your family's. One being the ship, and two being some family heirlooms. Can't remember if she told you what exactly they were, but there is items that you wanted to recover. So you decided to help, being the helpful fellows that you are, the Mr. Men. And you gathered a crew together from the the Mariners Guild.
Wait, what's this? She said something about heirlooms.
Yeah, was there possibly a sword?
That was it. Yeah, there was a sword.
Family swords is what she would have said.
Yeah.
You gathered a crew from the Mariners Guild, taking on 2 of the old hands, and you went for a group of well-trained sailors, opposed to the fishermen or the
Most
newbies.
expensive sailors.
The most expensive sailors you could buy.
Well, you was paying Picard. So
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Spared.
I wasn't permitting that. I'd have gone for the cheapest, the cheapest, dirtiest sailors money can buy.
However, no one went with him, so
Yeah.
Yeah, no expense spared when it comes to rescuing your family's fortune there, my friend.
Mhm.
So, you hit the open waters on the Sea Ghost, crew in hand, and travelled to Black Shark Island. You found it to be quieter than perhaps you had expected. You had formulated a good plan on the way. You planned to...
We also got attacked en route by the
You did
Sow
get
again.
attacked, yes.
That was the
Yes.
first time we come across them.
Yeah, actually, that was a good point. When you were anchored overnight on one of your evenings on your travel, Sawagan tried to come onto the boat silently and kill off all aboard. However, the alarm was raised and you fought them. You encountered not only what seemed to be foot soldiers, but also a large hulk of a Sawagan, a giant creature, the Baron. You fought them off and only lost a couple of crew on that endeavour. And then you sailed onto the island. Anchoring on a small island around a corner, you made your way into the bay. You stealthily infiltrated the rooms, killing off the people inside, and under Kira's direction found a wooden gate that led to what she called the temple. You followed the path, and upon entering the temple, things seemed to go awry, and Ozzy did clock on perhaps everything wasn't quite right.
Fucking bitch.
You headed to the rear, and before opening the door, Kira pulled her sword, Scarrick's sword, and stabbed it into Picard's back.
Mhm.
Upon this, the ruse was up.
Oh, did she pull Scarrick's sword?
Well,
No, it's
Scarrick
the
did
sword.
arm.
Oh,
the
right,
sword.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The ruse was up. She called, and bandits appeared with crossbows at the parapets, and 2 bandit captains began to move to protect her.
See ya.
Alex.
Like, Mantis got
So-
off.
Sorry. So yeah, the ruse was up. Everyone appeared and began to attack Picard. That was her endeavour. I believe she cried out, "This is for my lover," or along
Yeah.
the lines of that.
Yeah.
Revenge was on her mind.
This is because I'm a bitch.
Fisk.
You fought hard, and there was lots of times where you nearly were overpowered by the sheer force of the archers. Picard,
Yeah.
especially you,
I died twice.
you died twice, and it was almost a mere feat of chance that you survived.
It wasn't chance. It was called Aussie.
Skill.
Ozzy. A couple more arrows, and perhaps it would have been the end for you, the Mr. Men. However, fate was in your favour on this day, and Picard, hiding himself in a wall, merging with the stone, left you to clear up the mess. And after a slog, Kira was slain. After she died, the pirates drew up their weapons, well, lowered their weapons, and now we stand at a stalemate where they are in the room. Session 16. Go. Hang on.
Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's a good start, innit? Good start.
I was gonna say something cool.
I was. Oh, is Pat like dark for everyone else as well, or is that just me?
Yeah.
That's his room.
Yeah,
He's a rogue.
Right,
I can turn the
everyone.
light on. Is it alright, Dark? Or...
It's quite dark. I mean, you won't
We
be able
want-
to be
we
seen
wanna
on the
see your
video.
face.
That's all.
You just won't look good, man.
We have to please our fan.
Are we still in combat?
So, when Pat comes back, it's blinding.
It sounds like we're in combat.
The light just shines off my bald head.
Pat, that's a bit too bright. Do you want to turn it off?
You're joking.
No, joking. No, no.
Oh my god. Pat takes his
Ozzy.
jug serious. Oh, he's got a dimmer.
I can
no.
Tim.
Oh, he's an 80-year-old man.
Better or worse?
That's
That's
perfect.
better.
Yeah, wow.
That's awesome. You've got
We
dimmer.
were all a bit stunned. You had a dimmer. We're like, what's he
Yeah.
doing? What could he possibly be doing?
He must be an OAP.
I just took one of the
just-
bulbs out.
He just likes moderate light. So, we'll say you're not in combat. However, things are tense. Things could go either way here. Currently, the pirates have lowered their weapons, and you see some beginning to try and move to the exits.
I
Hmm.
put another arrow on my bow and I start just walking down the stairs.
Start shooting fools.
The bandit
I-
captain next to the dead body of Kira raises his sword above his head. Let us leave.
Where are you going? I don't suppose you're thinking about taking that boat, that ship out there.
No, you can have it.
I
Just let us leave, okay?
I walk
We're under
over
instructions.
to this
He
guy.
starts moving around the body.
I walk over to this guy.
Yeah.
Have any of these guys have fucking...
No, I don't.
Got
I
arrows
stand
in
there.
I
You
say
say
they're
that-
bad men.
Is this
You
guy
say-
alive next to me?
Yeah.
I when he just starts talking, I I cast dissonant whispers on him.
Go on him.
Go on then.
I just look
If
at
I'm
him,
hearing this, I'd like to also do something at the same time.
start playing the guitar, and you hear muttering under my breath, and
This is on the bandit captain, isn't it?
it is, yeah. I'm like, you guys ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
He
What?
needs to make a save. What save is it? What save is it? Wisdom saving throw.
5.
He fails, so he takes 3d6. Not bad. not
While
bad.
this is happening, Picard does a quick cure wounds on himself
9.
Yep. That's
as
fine.
he's slowly building himself back up.
We'll say you all have one action each before it goes into combat again.
He takes
Yeah,
9
cool.
nine
This
This is
psychic.
sort of where... Go on.
I was gonna say he
I'm
takes
just
9 psychic damage, and in his
Yep.
head, he's like reeked with pain and just hears me muttering in his head, "You mess with the wrong people.
So, if you imagine,
Mess with the
As
wrong
Kira
vampire
dies-
fuckers."
and she lets out her final words and breath, there is a short lull in the battle. The pirates lower weapons and look around, not sure what to do. One of them has to leave, and at that point, you see the other captain. You see his hands go to his ears, and blood begins to seep out from him, and he drops to his knees. Everyone now raises weapons again.
Oof.
Scarrick,
Yeah, I would have just been like, I don't think so, and just swing my fucking battle axes, my warhammer,
yeah,
and an
roll for
upward
attack.
swing into his crotch.
Into his dick.
Dick shot. 25.
25 to hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that hits.
Miss.
His penis blows through his skull.
His balls come out of his mouth.
10 damage, yeah.
Nice. So
I
as you
do have
swing it
2
up,
hits.
yeah, well, he's crumpled. You just see him. Your axe just goes further than it possibly should. You hear pelvis bones break as it just lodges into his lower intestines, and he just falls dead. Styles, you will have one shot before we roll for initiative.
Yeah, so with the arrow that, with this going off over here, I'm gonna with the one arrow that's already like knocked onto the bow. I'm gonna go for this one here, straight at him.
1 second. I wasn't paying attention because I was rolling. Who are you going for? Bandit Captain down here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Fire away, Chief.
15.
15 hits, roll for damage.
Oh, fuck. 5.
Nice. So you just... The arrow sticks into his shoulder as he then begins to draw the sword with the other one. Alright, I need you all to roll initiative, please.
I was going to say, does the lion get one?
No. This is in a split second.
It's like a bonus action, is it, to control him? Or is it on his own
It's
accord?
just part of my...
I think
yeah,
he has
it's
his own
just part of
turn,
his own
yeah.
turn, yeah.
15 for Picard.
Oh, that's not
20 for Styles.
I rolled a 1 for 5.
I got 5 as well.
Aussie. Who has the higher dex? Probably Aussie.
Probably
Plus
Aussie.
3 for me.
I've got -1.
Slow dwarf.
Styles, it's you again. Then it's
Is this-
Bandits, Picard, Captain, Aussie, and Scarrick.
Does this captain close to me look hurt or?
He's bloodied, so about half.
Is this guy dead that's next to Scarrick?
Yes, I will mark him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna so I can dash, can't I? How far can I dash? I know it's
So you
after
can-
my action. So it's
You
an
can
extra-
dash up. It's up to 30 feet, your movement speed.
Yeah.
So you can move first, attack, and then... To be fair, you can disengage and then just move back the rest of your movement if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna shoot another arrow at him from point blank range.
Okay.
Just cut. Cause 18.
18 to hit. Yeah, roll for damage.
Yeah. Oh shit! Only 5 again.
It's alright. Still chipping away.
All right. And then I'm just gonna dash back up the stairs, and
Mhm.
hide behind this pillar. Pillar.
Fucking rogues.
Yeah, you can get right around if you're using your dash or you're going in the corner so you're half covered from the
Yeah,
others.
I'm half covered from both of them. I want to be able to get down
Yeah.
the corridor to that one.
So just remember that half cover will give you
If you were hiding there, you could have
plus 2 to your AC.
advantage on your attack and get your sneak attack.
Yep.
I'd argue that I won't be hiding because they've quite clearly seen me run.
It still counts.
Well,
God, he's invisible.
That's not the rules. The rules are in your
so
favour.
I'm hiding under my cloak.
Bandit's gonna do. So
You
these
hide
two are
behind
facing a
a
lion.
pillar.
Right, I think this one's gonna run. 15. You see one of the pirates just turn after seeing the captain just be destroyed by you two. He just turns and flees to the door, and you hear him cry, "Help me! Help me!"
I'll help you die.
15. He jumps down. This one's gonna run from the lion.
Are they
So he gets a-
dashing
I was
as
going to say, well, get
well?
an attack.
The second one dashed. The first one's only used as thingy.
Okay.
Lion. Reaction.
Yeah,
That's the word.
so, yeah, reaction, yeah. I will attack with my bite. How the fuck do I do that? Right, I need to go on here and do a d20. For 13, wait, what is it, plus? Plus 5, 13 plus 5.
Yeah, you hit. It's
Yeah.
more than the AC anyway. Roll for damage.
1d8
Damage.
plus 3. Nope. Sorry. Ooh, nice. 11.
As the guy runs, the lion just almost snaps back into the action, sees its opportunity, just pounces on him, and you see him just get crushed to the floor as the lion just clamps its jaws around his head and just
I love
snaps
how
his leg.
that's just like a full-on ripped beaver. Beaver on steroids.
It's a buff beaver, man. But in this game, it's a lion. Yeah, the lion kills him in one, just snaps his neck, and you see his body go limp. Who else have we got? This goes down. 5, 10, 15, 20. Dashes. This one just laying. 15, 20, 25.
That's it. Group them all up for me.
30. The three at the door are currently just trying to lift this giant wooden beam that was put into there. That is them.
Where did
Where's
that
the
guy
other one
go?
gone?
He ran.
Where's he up to have?
These are holes in the
Oh.
outside of the temple.
Damn.
So this is where the wall has crushed in and the outside is free, so he ran outside.
If my steed encounters any of them, they will be attacking them.
The goat.
It's a steed. Oh, where is your
goat.
steed? All right,
So,
we'll do
I
an
wanted him
encounter
to try
on the
and
trail.
get towards us, so it'll be somewhere near that gate, I guess.
Okay. We need a fucking steed token for you, don't we?
Need a steed.
Um,
So,
go on, Pycard.
This
Tell
is
us what
gonna
you're
be-
doing while I look for a goat.
Pycard, who is currently submersed in the stone floor and is invisible,
Yeah,
the,
the sneakiest of
He's
sneak.
shitting
I
his
know.
pants right now.
I
He's
think
like,
I don't think
Am
you're
I
invisible
stone?
because you've
Oh,
been
no, I
using
don't.
actions.
Oh yeah, I have been. Yeah.
True.
So I think
Either
that
way.
drops it.
No worries. This chap up here is still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So Pycard steps out of the floor, and he clobs on over to this fella, and he casts
Melt
vampiric
his face.
touch.
Melt his.
Vampiric touch. Okay.
22.
Yeah, that hits. Or is that the damage?
That hits. The
Roll
damage
damage.
is 10 damage, and I gain hit points equal to half that amount. So I gain 5.
5 HP. So, yeah, you just see Pycard come with his spectral hand, stepping over the corpse of his dead sister, just leeching life, and you see the life suck almost like a black fluid and smoke through his veins.
Drink him like through a straw.
Are you Pycard?
Yes.
The captain at this just like instantly draws back as you try and leech his life, and he attacks you with his scimitar.
Son bitch.
So,
Oh, bitch.
17 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay. So he makes a multi-attack, so we'll do him each thingy.
I may have made a grave error.
So the first slash takes 6 damage as he just comes and cuts into almost
I said-
through your spectral
I said-
arm.
I say, I just took that from you, you bastard.
The second one,
And you're just wasting it.
18. 18 plus 5, 23.
Yeah, that hits.
For
Oh god.
7 damage as he
Are you going
draws
to
it
die
back,
again?
and this time goes
Want
for your
to
chest.
make it a third time?
And
It's
then
alright. I've got some temporary hit points that I took the brunt of that.
dagger.
Oh, there's more.
15,
More, don't worry about it. There's more.
20.
Yeah, you know that hits.
Sorry, just checking.
Stop rubbing it in.
Does 53 hit?
4 damage as with his left hand he just jabs you with his dagger.
Oh, well,
Just 4 on that last one.
turned
you
a
see
badass,
this, like-
a badass moment into a battering.
You see this as he's sort of just stabbing you, his jaw just like widens with glee, and there's just blood dripping from his gums from where he's beaten and bruised. He hasn't got much left in him, but he's still fighting.
Good.
The other one's dead. Ozzy.
I
Wait,
step forward up to these guys, and I whip round the guitar and I say, "Hey, where you going? You're gonna miss the encore!" And cast Thunderwave. They need to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit! Just throw my dice. 1 sec. The first one, 8.
Fail.
Going from left to right. 13
Fail.
and 17.
Fail. Oh, pass.
Jesus, man. Right, one on the far right passes. Roll for damage.
2d8
Don't know if it's gonna help.
damage. Takes half, I think, doesn't it? So the ones who fail take 5, 6, 7, 8 thunder damage and are blasted 10 foot into that wall.
Yeah.
And the other guy takes half, so 6, 7, 8, so 4 damage.
Okay, and just let me look at the setback. 1d10. So since the force has thrown them into this solid door, which they haven't taken the bar off yet, the two that failed will take an extra 1d10 damage. Yep. And you see, although your spell doesn't kill them, their limp bodies just smash into the wall, and it's almost like they've been in a car accident. Their skulls just doof, and then they just fall unconscious and dead on the ground, concussed. The final one just turns and just puts his hand, drops all his weapons, just puts his hands up.
Beg.
That you, Ozzy?
I'll just say, I want you to beg. Beg!
It's Garrick.
I will take a run up here and just go for a nice downward swing with my warhammer.
Nice. Roll for attack.
Great and simple. Ooh. 15?
Hits. His studded leather is nothing compared to my mail.
5 damage.
Yeah, it chips a bit off.
Another swing with my warhammer.
Yep.
For 14.
Just misses. So he's looking at you, Picard, with this bloody grin. You just see his head go donk as he gets smashed with his hammer, and then he sort of staggers back, and the second swing misses.
Okay.
That you, Scarrick?
Yeah. But then I've got my lion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I got my lion.
So there's one guy alive by the
I can't control
door.
him, but I guess the lion can get down to.
Yeah,
Do I go for the door? No, Ozzy will have him, won't he?
Oh yeah, don't worry about
Who
it.
do you want to go for?
Yeah, I would have been
Yeah,
fucking
20.
ganging up on this fucker that's attacking Picard.
So this lion just leaps from this balcony, onto the ground. Its huge paws just smashing into the stone, and then it rallies round and just pounces at this
I
guy.
take it that was 20 feet.
Yeah, because it's only here 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, could do it.
So I will use pounce.
Hands.
And the target must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
Does it attack as well? 17. Resist
Only
it.
if it. Right. So no.
19. So it just bounds into him, but you just see him cross both his arms, and his full weight is now on his back leg. Isn't that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Styles.
Is he still up there?
Finish him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna play peekaboo, come round this pillar and just shoot at him again with a short bow.
Shoot him.
Oh,
9.
he would have had advantage
Yeah, you get advantage because you're hiding.
because of pack tactics. No, because of pack tactics, because Picard's there.
Oh, the lion. Okay, roll again.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, but it wasn't a roll. It wasn't a roll, was it?
No, it was the
you.
pounce thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
His
so
save
no,
thing.
yeah.
So.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go on, Styles.
I rolled a 9, so I think that.
You get advantage there, Styles.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I
you
can
get
roll again.
advantage because you're hidden. Yeah. Or you can use luck, remember?
It's probably already
That's my
used all
boy.
them.
No, he's probably used them all.
No, I've got one left, and that was a 14, which I think so I'm going to use my last luck.
14 would hit, doesn't it? It's not 14 not hit.
He's just holding his bow, dropping arrows. Wait, I got this.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait.
You're crowding me. I'm just
Crowding me.
That's it.
In the
We're all
In
at
the
the other end of the
flurry
room.
bodies and lions, you just can't get the shot down. Okay, Styles. Don't worry. It's the bandit, the final bandit.
I use my disengage to hide back down.
Mhm. Yeah, you just use a hide action, so you're now hidden again.
Ryan, softly.
The final bandit just turns to the door and begins to try and lift this beam, which was put in by 2 people. He's going to make a strength check, actually. No. His arms just go weak as he tries to pull it, and it just drops back in place. He begins to...
I don't
fill
hear
up and
any
cry.
begging.
Picard.
Right. Well, I guess all I can do is grab this fella again.
Hand of death.
Yeah. Inflict wounds. 22, I presume, hits.
Yep.
It is 8 damage.
Does some. He's
But-
still standing. This guy is
Jesus
just
Christ! I thought he'd be
An
well
absolute
dead by now.
Stronger than your sister.
tank.
Well, I'm gonna. Hmm. He's gonna hurt me if I stand here. But if I disengage, he will get an opportunity attack, won't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't used his ring.
But I'm
Well, that-
also next to you with my shield.
Oh, so you could help
Yeah.
if he fucks me. Okay, I'll just
I think his
there.
main thing is going to be the lion, to be fair.
He's quite an imposing lion.
The guy's,
I'll just,
the guy's fucked. He's just biding time.
And yeah, end of turn.
The captain turns to the lion, its main threat on this spectral thing. Rolls a 19 on the first attack. Plus 5.
Yeah.
1d6 plus 3. 9 damage off the first one.
I seem to remember him being hurt, but I don't have stats for him because
What's his overall? What's his total?
didn't you say? Because I can't see anything on him, but didn't you say you were marking it off on him?
Oh.
I
Let me
can't
see.
edit. I can't move him or anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What did I say the
feel
damage
like
was?
he was. I
9.
feel like 9. He was very close to death. I think. Yeah.
He just slices him with the sword and just cuts through him, and you just see it bellow out this final breath. He turns to you, Scallic.
It's okay. I've got more.
16,
No. Nice try, buddy.
and one with his dagger. The dagger goes for you, Picard. He's almost going around the circle.
God.
Ah, nat 1. As he comes around with the dagger, he just glances. You sort of catch his hand, Garrick, and he just drops the dagger out of his hand.
He does like the Winter Soldier, except he doesn't catch it.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh shit!
Ozzy.
I walk up to this guy and hold out some rope and gesture to let me tie his hands.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, he turns and lets you tie him.
Tie his hands as an action then.
Okay.
And then
And then cut his throat.
I
begin
thought you were going to hang him for a second.
and then like holding the rope with his hands bound, I start walking him towards the other guys. If he willingly comes, I don't know if he does or not.
Yeah, he's just following you, whatever. How far do you want to go?
20, 25, 30. It's like here.
That you, Ozzy?
That's my action. So yeah.
Garrick?
Go for pocket. I'll inflict wounds.
Nice.
Oh fuck. 9.
As you catch his hand and try and finger, he backlashes it out.
What did you do in the last session? You did something that was like proper not paladin like. What was it? I can't remember.
I think it was hellish
on the-
rebuke.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it
Might
was.
have been, yeah.
That you, Garrick?
I think yeah.
Do anything
Yeah.
for a bonus?
No, it's just my
Styles.
2-weapon fighting, but I don't have that.
Yeah, you got hit with a melee first.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Please
is where
finish
Styles
him.
pops out and shoots the guy whose hands are bound with a nat 20.
I'm going to try and shoot that pirate captain again.
Please.
Yep. You have advantage because you're hidden.
Fucking stupid fucking game. There we go. 20.
20, dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll for damage
Um,
with your sneak attack.
9. Oh, fucking. $18.
18. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
What are you aiming for?
His eye.
So,
Aim small, miss
as-
small.
as Garrick sort of goes to inflict wounds on his wrist, he sort of just turns, laughing, his scimitar about to raise and take out Picard. And as he laughs, his head back, you just straight into the back of his skull, and he just falls on top of the lion, oof, onto the ground. He's dead.
Oh, he did.
In that, as he like falls to the ground, then I just keep walking up with this guy,
Good,
Oh.
you've brought another one.
And
Hold
I-
him over here.
and I put him. I just like push him down by his shoulders onto his knees in front of Picard, and say, "Got a little present here for you. Do with him what you will." And then
Please, we're under orders.
and I just step back.
Don't kill me.
I say, and look where that got you.
Please.
Is this your captain? My foul wench of a sister?
She was,
Yes.
but only by marriage.
Yes. What are you going to do with your life if we spare you?
She was his sister by marriage.
Yeah, she was
Captain
married
by
to
marriage.
Fisk.
To the captain, yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do with your life if I let you have it?
Let's see if he's got. What's his intelligence?
Huh?
Yeah, I think he's gonna
Probably
have to make a
got back to
skill check.
party, didn't he?
I'll try and live a better life. I guess he needs to make a persuasion check, eh?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
fucking does. He better roll good.
13.
I'm not persuaded.
It's up to you. That's what Gart's saying.
13. It's quite persuasive.
What do we have to roll?
I
Picard.
don't think it works
don't-
like that.
Yeah, it does. You just set the DC yourself, so you think
Yeah.
how hard are you to persuade?
Yeah.
Just for a general thing, 15 is like a hard or your average hard. If anything's harder than normal, it's 15. If it's really hard, it's 20
Picard
or more.
paces around this guy, sort of trying to unsettle him, trying to intimidate him
I
a little bit.
suppose really you would be rolling an insight against that, wouldn't you? Like, how much do you believe that guy?
I think you'd set a DC if he's trying to persuade you. You should
Yeah.
set it prior to him rolling, but
Anyway,
by the by.
so yeah,
Uh,
Picard walks around, sliding his hand very, very gently and almost loverly across this
Cloverly.
guy's cloverly across this guy's shoulders. Yeah,
Make
down
an
the
intimidation
back.
check with advantage.
Ooh, intimidation.
Let's see whether this is sex or spook.
I got a natural 20, but I have a -1 intimidation, so it is 19.
Yeah, he's scared. You see
Yeah.
him visibly, like sweat begins to just bead off his head, and
Has he
his
pissed
eyes are
himself?
shifting.
Yeah.
Can I see or smell urine?
Make a perception check.
I can
Taste.
taste.
19.
You see a wet patch begin to come on his right side.
Hmm.
As he's just staring at the mutilated and ruined body of his captain and a dead lion behind him.
Oh, did the
And in the
lion die?
background-
That's sad.
Yeah. In the background, you can just hear the dripping of blood from where the bodies on the upper floors are just seeping through the wood.
His hands, are they bound behind his back or in front of him or?
I presume you bound him in front.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Picard's walking around him. Can I loot this body next to me? I start
Yeah.
rummaging through his pockets.
Make an investigation check.
While he's doing that, I grab the foot
18.
of my deceased sister, and I drag her in front of this chap.
Please, I'll try and be good. I will. I'll never. He just begins to lose his words.
Picard sort of comes alongside him and pushes him sort of like head down. Oh, we lost Pat. He's back. Picard pushes this guy like
Back in the room.
face down into the corpse of my deceased sister.
He tries to resist at first, but then he just sort of caves, and his face just goes into your sister's stomach.
Yeah,
Hey,
why not?
you trying it on with his sister?
Picard pulls him back upright, and he
You're
says,
sick.
"You will remember that I have shown you mercy today, but do not forget, even my mercy is cruel. Think what I would do to you if I was feeling not as generous. Is that clear?"
Just begins to cower and shake.
Picard goes to, he pulls out his sickle, and he goes to cut the bounds of the man. But right before he does, he slashes down and chops his hand off.
Yeah.
Drops out.
There we go. Oh, Packard, you seem to have missed the rope. Oh, you klutz.
Yes.
Fucking bastard!
Hmm?
You fucking bastard! Yeah.
No.
You
This is
said
a-
you'd let me go.
I did, but I didn't say what condition you'd be in.
He spits at you.
Oh,
While I was absent,
that's awkward.
did anyone ask him if there was any gold or anything, any treasure?
I didn't ask you anything.
Oh no, they've just been smothering his face in dead bodies and stuff.
So I walk down and draw my short sword and hold it very close to one of his eyes. And if you don't want to be blind, tell us where the gold is.
Fuck you. What am I gonna do now?
Slash down his cheek
Oof.
and say,
Ah!
"Where's the gold? Pirates at you. Where's the gold?" And I kick him. I'm really pissed off for some reason. I think it's because I keep missing. I'm embarrassed.
You just you see him as you kick him, and his hand begins to bleed out. His eyes roll back, and he loses consciousness. He's still breathing, but he's conscious on the floor.
Oh no, we can't
Good
have you
punches.
doing that. I walk over to him and cast Cure Wounds.
And you see the hand begin to heal up with skin growing over the.
You
the
die when we
Yeah.
let you die.
You're fucking sick. At least we have a code. At least we have rules. Either kill me or let me leave.
I believe my friend here asked you a question. Where is the gold?
If I tell you, will you let me go?
Yes.
Insight check. He got 5.
I mean, who knows what to believe at this point? He's a bit disorientated.
It's under the waterfall. One of them's got the keys, and
Insight check.
as you were looting through the body of the captain,
Yeah.
you pulled out a large sort of iron key, slightly rusted, and simple lock, but you pulled that out, as well as a small coin purse that had 5 silver.
Well, thank you for that. I've learned a lot from Kira, Packard's sister, and when you asked me if I will let you go, I will. As for Packard here, I don't know. And I walk off.
Yeah. You see him. His hands are unbound now, or did you ever cut the rope on him?
I cut his
Well, one
hand
is,
off,
yeah.
so I presume the rope has slipped off because it's got nothing to anchor on.
You see him reach forward and he grabs Kira's sword and he just slits his own throat.
Son of a bitch!
Kill him.
I go over to him and I cast Spare the Dying.
But before just a stupid question: are the cannons loaded? Do the cannons work?
You fire him out of a cannon.
Make an investigation check.
17.
The they're real cannons. They're not currently loaded, and as you look around the room, you can't see any signs in this room of the equipment to load them. However, as you sort of smell the barrel, you can smell they've been fired before.
Yeah, I'll
As the
skip that
guy, that brings him back to 1 HP, doesn't it? Spare
It
dying.
does, yeah.
As he sort of splutters back to life, holding his neck, and it just heals. He's like, please, just let me die,
I
please.
I
He
say
just
to
begins
him,
to sob.
I say to him,
Sick.
at least try and face your death with some honor. And then I put my ghost arm into his head, and I make a fist, and then I make it
Oof.
solid,
Oh my god!
Pu-
You just
pushing-
see his eyes,
pushing
like,
everything
hell.
apart.
his entire face just goes into a huge wideness, and then glazes over as his head just sort of rocks on the end of my cat's arm.
And I flick it off like a
At this point,
dirty
he's
bit.
unsavable.
I will have been rummaging through this body while that was going on.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Well, that was grim.
Good work, boys. 7.
Another job well done by the Mr.
You
Man.
find a small coin pouch with 15 gold and 5 silver. Also on their bodies are like the weapons they've been using, so they have a fairly well-worn scimitars, a dagger, and they are wearing studded armor.
I'd walk over to where Styles is currently to investigate that. I'm assuming.
I'm searching this.
Yeah, you can search it. I'm just walking over to have a look.
You open the
Investigation.
large wooden door, and it's not locked. It creaks open.
Shouldn't you be
Inside.
like looking for traps, boys?
Nah.
Inside, you see
Go for it.
a small room with a stone altar and a stone pedestal. I think. Did you get in here last
Yeah.
time? I can't remember if she took you.
I
in when
think
you
the
came
door
in.
was open. We saw her in it, didn't we? I think.
She opened
Yeah.
the door, and then she was like, "Oh, yeah."
I think it was the
Yeah.
grave of Fisk or something, wasn't it?
Shrine in it.
As you're now in the room, you see it's just a mantle, a stone sort of slab, and on top of a green runner are 2 ornate swords. The swords, both are rapiers. Their blades engraved with decorative patterns of the sea. Near the hilt on each one, as you look them over, you see the initials PL and KL. The golden hand guards glint in the torchlight.
Wait a minute. Some of those are my initials. Interesting.
I picked the.
Dal just
So-
pockets them both and goes, yeah, look good.
I pick the swords up. I'll give one of them a little swish, and then I carry him to Picard. Picard, do these look familiar?
Well, not familiar, but if I were a betting man, I would say these are mine and my sister's. Bitch.
Is this? You said there's a slab here. What is that?
That's like a pedestal for a book. There's nothing on it though. It's just stone.
Is there any writing on this thing, or is it a tomb?
No, it's just a solid stone block, which seems to just be used as an altar of kinds.
I take both the swords off Styles, and I say this one may be useful. Obviously, the one with my initial.
Mhm.
And I say the other one I shall keep for sentimental value.
And as you hold the 2, you feel one is slightly better balanced than the other. One's blade seems to be slightly sharper. Kira's sword is what we call in the industry a +1 rapier.
Oh. Maybe I shouldn't keep it for sentimental value. Maybe that should be my sword.
Styles might get use out of that.
Yeah. If you don't want that sword, Picard, I'm interested to upgrade.
I say, do you know what, Mr. Styles? I can't bear to look at it without weeping. So I say, you have Kira's. It will be in much better hands in yours, and I will have my dull ass sword.
Can I give
I mentioned my name was Kyle Longley.
Can I give Kira a pat down?
And I
Yeah.
say, hey, watch those hands. She might have been a bitch, but she was still my sister.
There's no investigation check needed for this. A lot of the items she has are things that you gave her.
Hmm.
There is Scarrick's weapons, and the simple clothes that she's in. However, one thing you do find on her body, get that back in the page out. On one of her hands, and there's a gold ring.
Mm.
Do I get magic vibes from it? Like investigating.
Oh yeah.
If I put it on, do I go invisible?
As you take darkness, find them, and as you take the ring off, it goes from a simple plain gold band into a more ornate piece, where a gemstone would normally be set. A purple brain seems to
Ugh.
sit on top.
Ooh.
Hey.
It's stone and metal.
Hey,
purple lined
Packard.
with gold.
This looks like that funny helmet you got.
Yes, indeed it does. A bit of brain is showing.
I know what it is, but
Are you guys
Ozzy
talking
will-
about dicks?
no, we're not.
Oh, sorry.
I know what it is, but Ozzy will cast Identify, so he now knows what it is.
You identify a ring of mind shielding.
Looks like this ring here will stop things like your funny helmet from seeing in your head.
Well, that would be most useful. I presume she wore it to protect herself from any intrusive magics that we didn't
Makes sense.
use on her.
If I keep it on, then you
Yep.
won't be able to find out my thoughts anymore, will you?
No, I will not be able to find out what you really think of me. I will never. There will be no way of me telling how you really think of me. As you're as far away from my face as the middle finger, it will
You will-
always remain a mystery to me.
You will never know.
The mystery is at a deep. The other thing you find on her body is, of course, the second sending stone, which I believe she still had.
Oh yeah, shit.
There's also this the second half to your walkie-talkie.
You hold on to that in case we get separated.
Okay. Well,
And,
I'm not going to assume to take this ring for myself, but maybe we could, if no one has any particular use for it, maybe we could sell it or swap it for something at Captain Xandros's.
Aye.
It's not a terrible idea. But I'm sure we will find use for it somehow, whether that be through selling or
I'll leave it on for now,
Or
just
not.
because
Yeah.
why not?
just look after it.
I stick it up my bum.
Have we searched all the bodies now? Just round these.
I'll
two
say,
maybe, but
the
jog around.
more simple pirates, you find nothing on them but their simple weapons. They do have crossbows, light crossbows and scimitars each one, and some have bolts.
Hmm.
No, I'm going to take
Probably
my
Take those things.
arrows back off Kira because I give her them in good faith.
I'm just staring down at Kira, just like lost in thought. And without sort of like looking away from her, I just say, "What do you want to do with a Packard?"
Can't you do that? Talk to the dead thing, maybe get some more answers from her?
I say,
Or do you want to close this chapter of your
I'm
life?
feeling a tad weak at the moment. I've graced death's presence twice today, and I've blown quite a lot of my wad on that old hand in the head thing. But alas and alack, I feel I have some unfinished business with her. So she's coming with me.
Into
and
the
that-
bag of holding.
And I go over
To break
to,
all her arms and legs, like squish
I'm just there folding it.
it like a book.
I go over there and I sort of say, you chaps may want to look away. And then
Here he goes.
Oh, no.
I
We knew it was coming.
very
Cutting that head off.
I very cautiously and carefully, with the utmost of respect, cut her head off.
Oh my god.
After, well, actually, make a medicine check.
Someone text Bond now.
It's all right.
I
We just
bet
cut
he'll
your
watch
head
this
off.
one.
As he starts doing that, I'm like visibly perturbed. I'm like, oh my fucking god, that's
It's a
grim.
20. It's a 22.
And walk off.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
a good head.
So with almost ease, you take your sickle
Almost like he's done this before.
in a rocking motion, begin to sever the skin, and when you get to the bone, a quick chop cuts cleanly. You light a torch, and with it, it begins to burn and cauterize the base of the head.
Jesus
this point-
Christ.
No blood's pumping round, so it's just flesh. You know you have to preserve this in some way, and due to your nautical nature, the only thing you can think of is salt.
I was thinking salt. I was thinking like salted pork. I was like,
Yeah. So you
I was thinking
pull out a
rum,
small
spirit.
canvas bag and pop it in there with the intention of, when you find some salt, perhaps in the stores of the island, you will fill the bag with salt
I say,
and hope
chaps,
that it lasts.
please remind me to pick up some salt.
Can I make everyone roll a perception check? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can everyone roll a perception check?
Me as well. Okay.
Yeah, everyone.
16.
Perception.
7.
18.
Scarrig and Picard hear and see Ozzy vomiting in the corner behind this pillar, but he is trying to hide it. Styles, you're blissfully unaware.
He's engrossed.
He absolutely
I
loves
was
it.
I was just watching straight up. Picard,
Yeah.
quite interestingly inquisitive.
Mm.
It's a fucking weird paladin, man.
What were you doing when he was cutting the head off?
I was just walking around apparently with not paying attention to anything.
Just searching
I
the
was
rest of the bodies, yeah. You
I
come
was
back and you're like,
admiring-
sure she had a head.
Whoa, did my arrow do that?
Hmm.
I step back round. Oh, fucking hell. We're all thinking the
You
same
like Ozzy?
thing, right? Oh, yeah. Fine. Really
Yes.
cool with all of this. We're all thinking the same thing, right? We're taking these cannons.
We're taking the cannons.
I think we'll be coming back for them. We need to go and search the rest, but
I
we'll
say
sort out
we
bringing them out.
we get our crew and our ship round to do some proper, get the crew to help us load
Aye.
everything onto the ships, which we'll presumably have to take down the chain first to allow our ship to park.
We've got a crew on the boat, haven't we, that are waiting for
Yeah.
us. We didn't give them any
Yeah.
sort of instructions, did we?
Other than
Ellie
Ellie
was
could
going to
flap
do
around
something.
and they
Yeah.
could come and help.
But that was to help, wasn't it?
But that, yeah.
I'll get
Yeah,
Ellie.
they'll come round and they'll see us on the shore,
Yeah, I'll get Ellie to
Wait.
swoop in to come in to where we are.
Could we
And
get her
then-
to drop a piece of paper?
Yeah, and then I'll
Oh, yeah.
write on some parchment, just give it saying that we've
It's all good.
it's all good. We've dealt with the pirate problem. Bring the ship into dock as we need to
we-
load it up with stuff, and I'll sign
So
it as
the-
Aussie with my.
The guards
Signature.
that were outside were slaves. Do we know the slaves, or do we still think they might be hostile?
She said before it all kicked off, she was like, she rather insultingly said those people you killed were slaves.
Hmm.
So we are aware of that now, and I
Well-
feel no remorse.
Them. So Styles. People, slaves or not, if them cannons are loaded, they could do some damage. So I think we need to get them to stand down first and lower the chain.
True, we ought to
Didn't we leave two people on?
neutralise.
Yeah,
As Ellie
those-
begins to flap out of the room.
Oh, she's gone. It's fine. We've
I think-
probably got a good 10 minutes before
Yeah.
they get here.
I was also going to say, just as a joke, but not as a joke now, the owls are going to be wingmen of Ellie.
Oh, yes.
They're going to
Okay.
be left and right of Ellie.
All right, the fucking hours. How long do these creatures last again? Is it forever?
All day.
All day.
Good.
Yeah, really.
And in you assaulted this at night, didn't you, when you first came in?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So-
opted for cover of night.
By this point, we'll say the sun has begun to rise,
Morning
and
has
the morning
broken.
light is coming through the holes. And as you make your way back to the main doors, you see. You remember when the trap went off, that people just seem to appear behind you, and as you sort of look at the two walls that come into the main entrance, you see standing ajar on one of them, a secret door.
Hmm.
And
Oh
as
look,
you
a secret door.
investigate the rest of the area, you
Ooh,
find
it's clean.
2 additional chambers.
Ooh.
One chamber holds a large cask of quite a strong rum and 2 smaller ones, and the other has several different sizes of cannonball, as well as 3 large barrels labeled TNT.
Oh shit! I feel a song coming on. I fill up my hip flask with the rum. Right, we have got a lot to load up onto this ship. We have got some cannons and some big old balls.
Right, we'll need the crew.
I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head out.
Aye, let's head out, get to
I
that
think,
tower
yeah,
and
we-
on the beach.
We should head out, free the slaves, make sure they're cool with us, maybe recruit them into some light slavery.
You can help us sail the ships back.
Exactly.
You head back, and as you come along the winding path, you turn one corner, the thick jungle canopy sort of covering some of it, and in the dim morning light, you see a creature.
Oh, God.
Skerrick's large goat just gnawing on the
I was going to
clothes.
say, please tell me he's just eating the dead bodies.
He's not eating the meat, just he's gnawing on the clothes. He's got about halfway up the trouser leg of this gentleman who has a bloodied eye socket and half a face where they seem to have butted heads, and he came off worse. So, you make your way back. I presume you're bringing the goat along?
Yeah.
Let me just get your goat talking.
Me gut talking.
D&D, everybody. Oh, fucking hell. This map is massive. Paste. There we go. So, as you come to the wooden gate, you hear a commotion on the other side. The fog is just slowly brimming across the island through the large stone, and as you push the wooden gate open, you see 2 more of these people that you thought were pirates huddled over the bodies that lay on the sand, the blood now seeping into it. They've come. She said they'd come. Look what they've done. They killed them. She said they'd kill them. What do we do?
Well, you have a couple of options. One, you try to.
They turn and see you and they're like, oh, run! Run!
No, that's not one of the options.
Stop! Stop!
They begin to run down the beach.
Oh, Christ.
Where are you gonna go? It's an island, and this is the only
Send
boat.
my goat to trip him up.
Okay. The goat charges after him and the one behind just sort of tangles his legs and he falls and the other turns.
I
Please.
cast thaumaturgy, and I make my voice boom loud, and I say, "Stop! We are not your enemy!" In exactly that tone.
Confusion sets in, and you see there's a couple. The guy who's manning the cannon barricade is turned and just peering across the bay. Another one's sort of running down, just halts. They wait.
I say, still booming, because I boom for 1 minute. Gather round, my friends, even you, by the cannon mount. Come to
Persuasion
me.
check.
While he's doing that, Styles walks onto the ship and rings the bell to get all their attention.
I think we maybe need to go and unlock the tower. They may be locked in there.
Persuasion was a 2.
These people are quaking in fear. No one moves. It's sort of a bit of a stalemate at this point.
Oh dear. I sort of I turn to Ozzy, and I accidentally like boom in his ear, and I say, "I don't know how to turn this off."
Fucking hell. I'm sure you could just stop it at will.
Oh yeah, and I speak at a normal voice.
Jeez.
Turns out I can.
Jesus Christ.
Apologies, I've never done that before. Yeah.
I just sort of walk towards the people that are running away. Look, you were right. She did say we would come, and we did, but we come in peace. We know that
Make a
you
persuasion
were.
check.
Okay.
Yeah, I best not.
17 plus 10 for 27.
Jesus.
That's my job.
As one of them sees you and you talk, they go, "Yeah,
Yeah, look,
you're Ozzy Hellborn. Hey,
yes,
Hey.
I am.
I know him. He's a singer, not a pirate.
I'm a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the whole thing's been a misunderstanding, and we understand that you were brought here not necessarily willingly or even paid. Were you paid to be here?
We're prisoners.
That's what we thought. So look, I'm giving you the opportunity here to help us load up these ships, and you're welcome to leave the island as free men.
Oh.
And I will
Gods.
also give you an autograph. You're welcome.
God has shown mercy on us this day.
Ozzy has.
We're
Yes.
free.
Yeah. Yeah, Picard steps in and
free.
goes, "Gods had no purpose here. It was the Mr. Men that freed you."
Don't forget
Well,
that.
Go,
Ozzy
go and
Hellborn.
spread the word to your friends. I think there's some others.
Ozzy
in the tower
Hellborn.
Yes.
and about.
Ozzy Hellborn
We'll round
and
people
his
up.
and his Mr. Men.
Let's round up.
Mr. Men.
We'll meet you back here.
Wait. Where's the pirate queen? And the others?
I look at my bag and I'm like,
I was going to say, she's in there.
"That's not important. She is no longer a threat to you.
Killed her.
That's correct. We did kill her, yes.
Someone killed her."
Wow. Right, we'll get the others. And you see them, they begin to run off, calling out to others. And a few people do appear from the woodwork.
I feel like we should dispose of the bodies of the dead slaves that we killed. It's very unsettling to have everyone gather next to all these people we murdered and be like, "This is fine. We're going to treat you well."
Gather all the slaves and
Yeah.
go in the bar and get yourselves a drink.
Yeah, on
We'll
us.
speak to you.
2 drink
Uh,
maximum.
You remember what's in the bar, right?
Yeah, another dead body.
No, you had the mauled lion
Yeah,
body.
the lion ate them.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I'm gonna walk down and to the watchtower and unchain the harbour.
8, 9. So in total, 9 people come out of the woodwork and begin to gather around and sort of wait to follow instruction. I'm not going to move more because the maps are lagging out to fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
mine's kind of a bit laggy.
Yeah, I don't know. It must be connection because we used this map and it was fine on.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Thing.
Has
Take on.
Ellie flown to the boat to give the message as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say it hasn't taken you too long. You'd imagine
I would-
the boat's probably due in the next. Oh, she's come back at this point. Because the boat wasn't too far away. Because you walked from the boat, didn't you? Or you took your rowboat in and thingied.
Yeah.
I would.
Um,
Oh,
go on.
well, I was just gonna say, as we just sort of like established that we're friendly with these guys, I would usher them inside to the bar and just maybe say to like Sky, like maybe just pull them bodies to one side and just like take them in and just start pouring them all like a rum and just be like, here you go, guys, have a drink on us, hang
They're
here.
shaken, but they seem relieved. You're probably the first friendly face that they've seen in quite a while.
I'm like, hang here until further
worry,
instructions.
I'll take care of them.
I try to comfort one of them, and I sort of put my hands on his shoulders. My sleeve's like there's blood like all the way up my sleeve, and bits of like brain and viscera. And I'm just like
stuck in the leatherwork.
I'm just like there, friend. There's no need to worry now. You're in safe hands here. And I do a little chuckle to myself.
There is this air of just. I think when people have been prisoners for as long as they have, potentially there is like, are these just the next captives? Like, are we their prisoners now? But
Packard's looking at them, rubbing his hands together, thinking, crew,
Yeah.
cheap crew.
When you've got no option, you've got no option.
I make sure they've all got a drink, leave them with the creepy pie card, and just head back out. Just like turning over the key that I have, and whoever's out on the beach in front of me, I assume Styles. Where are you, Styles?
Styles has made his way to the chain tower, and you open the door, which another guy had come from here and he's passed, so the door is now open. He was the one who barricaded himself in. You open the door, and inside you see. Is it revealed? It is. You see a large winch, and with. Make a strength check, actually.
I was literally going to
See
say,
if
do
he
you need
hits.
to help? There, Styles.
That's technically a windlass, not a winch as well.
All right, Chief.
Savage.
D&D, do whatever the fuck it wants.
4.
You try and move the. What is it? A windlass.
No, definitely a winch. I never said that.
When you try and move the winch, you push against it, but the weight of the chain and the weight of the water pulling it down, it's just too much for you at this time.
But I
would have started walking up
Don't-
because I would have realised it's probably going to be a heavy task to open it.
yeah, but in the chain, I lowering it into the water so it runs quite smoothly because I've got gravity to assist. You don't pull it in, do you? You lay it down.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you? All right.
Well,
So as you take
Garrett's here
the
anyway.
brake off,
Yeah, well, I get in
Straight
there
to
and I
help.
basically just go, it's alright, and I just
Just
unlock
flick
that.
the brake there, the switch.
you see a couple of seconds as the brake goes like, and
Round. Whoa, whoa.
Styles is like, and you just like grab onto it, and between the two of you manage to slowly wind it out at a successful pace.
Can I head over to the waterfall and look to see if there's any
Yes.
way of like getting behind it?
Yes. You see, as you look into the waterfall, stepping stones across the pool. The stones are moist and covered in algae, but they seem to lead under the crashing water.
I am going to attempt to. I'll turn back to Packard. Looks like he's there on the beach. Like Packard.
Yeah,
I'll just like show him the key and be like, let's see where this goes, and head towards
Ooh.
the waterfall.
Yeah, I follow and stand and look at him.
You make either athletics or acrobatics check, depending whether you're trying to force your way across or sort of balance your way across.
Oh, I'm good at acrobat.
Don't lie. 14 acrobatics.
Picard, you going as well?
No, I'm just going to stand and watch him.
Okay. You watch as Ozzy, at first, nimbly hops 1 to 2 to 3 on the stones. As you get under the water, Ozzy, it becomes a bit more difficult. You start to almost lose, and then
Oh my
you're
god.
into the water. However, as your head ducks under and you fight for a couple of seconds thinking, am I going to just get churned up? You come out on the other side. And you see a special place.
Special place.
Oh.
You see a large natural cavern open up inside, dimly lit by some flaming pots on a rock in the middle. The water here is it's varied in depth. Here it's around 10 feet, so you're just sort of paddling over the top. But you can pull yourself from rock to rock, and there's no turbulence in here as such.
I turn around and point towards Picard, and
You can't see you because you're just on the other side of the falls. Oh, you're casting something, sorry.
yeah,
Because you
I just gonna
check
see
your
if
visual.
you can cast this through solid objects. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah,
That'll be
as long
fine.
as I know that
Yeah.
he's there. I just point towards him and say,
My card has wandered off.
"Looks
Well,
like
this is boring.
there's a chamber in here. If you don't mind getting wet, you can come in." And I'm gonna head towards
Can't
the
Picard
island.
walk on water?
That lasted an hour.
Yeah, he might have blown all of his spell juice. Yeah, he did.
Plus, is that
Um,
concentration, or does it just last?
It lasts.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Packard's a little anxious about getting his boots wet.
Does it look like
It-
there's somewhere for that key to slot into?
Yeah, I'll explain in a second. I just want to see Picard if he falls in the water.
Yes.
Are you trying to go across the stones, Picard?
Packard says no, and he walks off.
Oh my god.
Oh, did he?
I wait for a second and be
You
like,
see-
"Is he coming? This is kind of his reward." All right. I just
Packard
see a solid wooden
mutters to
door.
himself. Packard mutters to himself as he walks down the beach. Make me go underwater and get wet. You can get the thing and bring it to me. I'm the captain.
You see a solid wooden door. It has metal hinges and it's tight into the natural rock face. There's no opening above or below. You see a keyhole sits to one side.
stick it in, and then I take it out, and then I put the key in instead.
Oh my!
Turn the key in the lock, and you hear a click as the lock unlocks. You push open the door and feel a slight resistance, and notice the metalwork is more elaborate than most doors you've encountered. Inside is a smaller chamber that lies in darkness. But with your dark vision, you see. You see a large chest in one corner. In the other, a stone sticks from the ground. There's a table, and on top, an unlit fire pit. Everything in the room is smooth, and the air has a moist nature to it as small drips come from the roof above.
Second time moist has been said.
Moist.
What's
It's a
that
nice descriptive
stone
word.
slab? Did you say it's just a stone, or is it?
So you've got the picture is a bit deceiving. This is if you follow the description. There's a large chest to one side of the
Yeah.
room. In the other corner is like a small stone block with a fire pit, like a pot fire pit on top. There is like a blank stone across here. It's almost like a stool sort of thing, but everything's
Okay.
quite smooth.
There's no like writing on the stone or anything like that.
No, it just seems to be just a block.
Okay. It's not Fisk's headstone.
No.
Okay. I'll give the chest a once over. Is it booby trapped? There's the boobies. Show me the
Make
boobies.
a investigation check or perception check. Just
That's not very good. Perception. 9.
9. It seems okay. You can't see any telltale signs.
Seems okay. Don't see any telltale signs. I attempt to open it.
You open the chest, and as you step forward, you feel tension on your leg. A tripwire snaps.
Oh my god.
The door behind you slams shut,
Oh my god.
and above you,
Oh god.
rocks fall as water begins to pour from the roof. It's coming in fast.
Oh.
It's now filling up around your legs. You see the chest is fixed to the floor.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's, boobies. Booby trap. The door you say is locked. Is it just slammed shut? You say. Can I open?
Yeah.
Can I open the door? I tried the door. Come on, door, open.
You run back to the door, and I need you to make a strength check.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh, a natural one.
No, it's locked shut.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
The water is now around your ankle height as it begins to rise up.
Oh no, I can't even use Misty Step because I have to see where I'm going. I look frantically look around the room. Is there any like levers or off switch?
Make an investigation check with disadvantage at this point, as the water is now around your ankles.
I cast
Trying desperately.
I
not to-
cast enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
Let me just check. I cast enhance ability and give myself. Where is it? Where is it? Is it Fox's cunning? Whichever the one gives me advantage on what I'm trying to do. Intelligence. Yeah, Fox's cunning.
Okay.
So it makes it a straight roll instead. And 13.
13. You begin to overcome with panic as the water is becoming above your knees and the water is coming from the roof. You can't see anything in the room that would seem to help.
Oh my god! 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 I try to open the chest again.
It opens up, and inside is just coins and money.
I don't want to break the game and say something.
Can you just explain to me
Think.
what was
Think.
in the room again?
My timer on here isn't working, so I'm going to start a 1 minute timer now.
Think what you have.
The one on my screen's working.
Is it? I can't see where it's at.
It's
In the room is a chest, a fire pit in the corner, and a solid stone slab.
Okay. Then I
the
will pull out the sending stone, and and speak into it like, okay, I seem to have trapped myself in a little room here, and it's filling up with water. I might need some help.
The water reaches the tip
It's reached
Just the
it's
tip.
reached my tip.
of your peak.
So
So
it's basically
just
just my
above me.
ankles at the minute.
Who's got the other
Said
side
help.
stone?
Packard
God.
does.
Great.
This is like, it's fine.
So I'm like, oh shit. So Packard runs back down the beach.
In which
and he-
case, I'm guessing you tell us.
Yeah, he quickly relays what's going on.
I'm going
In
to.
22 seconds, we roll for initiative, and then your suffocation timer starts as
Can
the water
I-
gets to your chest.
Can I
I'm going to roll for
cast
acrobatics.
Can
if
I?
jump across the?
Oh,
Well, I've got my water helmet, so I'm
I
just
pull
going
my.
straight through
I
if
pull
can.
my.
Yeah, you wade through and you're
I
thinking.
pull my guitar out
18.
and
And in which case, I'd
Yeah,
be
you can get through.
and cast
I'd be slamming that door with my water.
cast Thunderwave on the
Okay.
door.
Okay.
What do I have to roll to get through the water? Sorry, Paul.
You can just wade through if you
Okay.
don't want to go on the rocks.
Paul, can we see
I'll wait
anything
for
on the
him.
outside?
So as you enter the chamber, who has dark vision?
Me.
Oh, but
Okay.
there's lamps in the chamber. You said this. There's lamps on
Dimly
that
lit.
stone.
Yeah, sorry, there is dimly lit. So you see a solid door and you hear banging on the other side.
But there's no reset button or anything at this side that we can see.
Make an
I-
investigation check.
I'd just be swinging on that with my warhammer.
Okay, you roll for attack with a warhammer, and then Ozzy will do your thunder wave.
Yeah.
6.
6. In the blind panic of knowing your friend is trapped in a room, and you see water at this point sort of seeping through the door from the inside. Roll for attack with a warhammer.
14 to hit.
You just... And it just rebounds off the metal.
Second swing.
It's a,
Yep,
it's a
second
metal
swing.
door, is it?
Fuck's sake, 14
It's
again.
wood and metal.
Okay.
You're hitting the wrong spot.
Oh,
Ozzy, can you cast Thunder Wave while floating?
Yeah.
do I win?
Why not?
Is it verbal?
It's verbal and semantic. I always say the semantic is me
Okay.
doing my guitar windmill, but that's more for flavour than
So,
anything.
what we'll say for this Thunder Wave is just as the water begins to... Your head is now on the roof. You just sort of... and say the final words. Anything after this is going to cost breath.
Okay.
So you say your words, cast Thunder Wave, and take one big deep breath.
I'm casting it at second level because that's all I can actually do.
Okay.
So the door needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I don't know how you want to play this.
Well, it's got an AC. What's your... What does it have to say that?
15.
I guess it won't work. Does it have to be on... It can't work on physical objects then, if it's not an attack. Is it... What sort of damage is it? I'd imagine it would work, but...
I know. It says.
Can't you
Well,
reach
it
through
says
and
on-
grab the key off him or something?
I'll read it out to you. A thunderous force
Probably.
sweeps
Get the keyboard
out
through.
from you. Each creature
Oh, I
needs to
don't know
make a
how it
save,
works.
or it
Mhm.
takes thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
It only works on...
In
Oh.
addition, unsecured objects that aren't unsecured objects are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you. So it just has like a physical effect on objects. And there's a 300
Okay.
foot audible boom.
Yeah, unsecured. Alright, what's the save?
Constitution 15.
15. Alright, roll for damage. It's got the door has an AC of 15. We'll say because it matches the Constitution, that's the force against it.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
Ooh, not great. 5, 6, 7.
7. You hear a huge thud from the other side.
Oh my god, I'm gonna drown!
You just hear this through boom from the other side as the door buckles slightly but still holds. You now see where some of the metalwork has bent and some of the frame has bent and the rocks chipped away. Water just starts gushing out, but not quite fast enough.
Oh,
Okay,
can
now
I-
we're going into suffocation.
Can I
Go on.
just ask then? I'm assuming at that point I would like slosh back and forwards like due to the shockwave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's give you a level of damage.
Oh yeah, let's.
Don't think that was the point.
I was
of
going to say, I'm
the-
assuming there's this almost initiative going on here, because otherwise I
It
would
will
have been
now.
taking
It'll have
more
to after
swings.
this. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I
it'll
can
have to go after this.
I can actually get out of it at this point because I have something I can do now. But I'm just gonna just
You get
clarify.
5 damage as you push yourself 10 feet back and smash into the wall.
Ah, fucking head. If you describe that there's like water, there's like holes in the door now as water's like coming out of like it's starting to
Yeah,
crack,
small holes.
Just
Yeah.
put his eye to it.
then will you allow me to misty step through it because I have to be able to see where I'm misty stepping to. If I can see through the door, technically I should be able to
I'd
misty
say
step through
a
it.
couple more hits and then you'll be able to miss step through. At
Okay.
this point, it's like pinholes, which is water just gushing through. Like it's not big enough to drain the room yet.
It's fine, DM. If you want me to die, I'll die.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Ozzy, your suffocation is
No breathing. Don't give
number
a
of
fuck
minutes
if I got my
equal
arm
to
bleeding.
your... What's your Constitution modifier?
+1.
+1. So you can survive for 2 minutes with the breath that you have. Spells will reduce it. What's the initiative order?
I
17.
rolled a 14.
17 for
17.
high card.
17
14,
for me.
17. Who wants to go first out of you two? Don't really matter.
I'll let Sky go first.
And Styles?
14.
14. Who wants to go first out of you and Ozzy? I guess you, Styles.
I'm just panicking anyway. I was.
Okay.
Go.
Scarrick.
Can you cast inflict wounds on a door?
I'd go with a hammer, mate.
Yeah.
We went pretty
Yeah,
obscure
I'd
with the
be
thunder
carrying
waves.
on. I would be carrying on with a hammer, to be fair. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Roll for attack.
Not 20.
Yeah, boy.
Nice. Roll for damage with advantage.
10.
As you hit, part of the door cracks and a huge piece sort of comes down, which you manage to dodge out of the way. At this point, as the water begins to drop and you manage to take another breath, you can see out the room, Ozzy. Garrick, anything else?
Another swing
Yeah, another swing.
for 22. And then 10 damage.
Nice. The door sort of explodes out as the rest of the force of the water and Ozzy just all gush out the room at the same point. Scarrick and Picard make a dex save.
That's not going to be good for me. Oh! Natural 20, 19.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
8 for Picard.
So I'm definitely trying to catch Ozzy then. Just like swing him out.
Yeah. So,
Oh, go on, you say first.
Picard, you take 9 damage. Scarrick, you take 4. As pieces of the door and Ozzy and like all of Ozzy's flailing arms and guitar just hit you as all this water gushes out and you get pushed back into the other chamber.
My eyes
right
are
out.
closed, and I'm like,
Yeah, just like
Ozzy! Ozzy, you're right! Come back to me, lad! Come back to me! I see.
my hero.
I love you too, boy.
I give you a hug.
Styles.
Okay,
you
I wasn't ready to die in there. Fuck me. I was tense for a moment.
You really shouldn't have gone off on your own like that, lad.
Well, I thought
I was worried.
I say, yeah.
Pike
Mr.
you were supposed to be
Foolish.
following me, man.
Oh,
Didn't want
Yeah,
to
I
get his hair wet.
it gets curly.
You don't have
At
any.
this point, Picard, you're drenched. So.
Yeah. I'm literally like flayed face down in the water, like.
Yeah. Styles, you sit back just looking at the commotion and the panic that's just thinking. As you sit back on the rusted anchor on this rock, it turns slightly and you hear it. And the 2 hinges that are left hanging on the door just go.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah. I thought I noticed that earlier.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're okay now, aren't we?
Looks like Kira isn't done with us yet. Still
the water
fucking with
stopped
us.
filling the room then.
Yeah, there's bits coming from the roof at this point. There's sort of a few falls coming through, but it just sort of flowing out into the main bulk of water now.
So
I'm gonna jump over them and investigate the room.
Okay.
it seems like that pirate was lying.
Well, I'm glad he died horribly.
No, there's
there's
stuff in
treasure
there.
in
You
there.
just,
Oh, is there?
yeah.
Oh,
was just
sorry, the
all
way it's
sort of floating about.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't warn us, though. They've not warned us.
You look into the chest, and although the contents are wet, Ozzy managed to sort of push the lid back down after opening it, realizing that wasn't the key. You find the following goods as you sort of fish through the sodden bags. You found 2,000 gold,
Nice.
5,000 silver, 200 copper, a bag of gemstones.
Is someone making a note of this, by the way?
Yeah.
I ain't
I'm
got
guessing
pencil.
Kurt is, and then we'll
Yeah.
split.
You find and there's 2 sort of artifacts in here. One is sort of a rod, a short staff. Have a look. At the end, the staff itself is completely black, and one end has a small black pummel, and the other end, it's almost like a crown of thorns around it on this bulbous end. It looks similar to a mace, but you can tell this isn't a weapon. It's something more to sort of channel magic, perhaps. And then the final thing you find in a small lead box, which is sealed from the water, is a pair of what look to be steel goggles with a leather strap around the back. The face looks almost bird-like, with a small point for the nose and two smaller points that come down.
Goggles, you say?
Goggles.
Goggles.
Oh, I have a
Bird-like.
funny feeling what that might be.
I like the look of that black thing. Yeah.
You pick it up and you feel there is, I guess, would you be able to tell magic stuff? You get a
Not
general
without-
sense that this is a magic artifact.
I was gonna say,
You're not really sure what.
Ozzy, do you have anything that could check this out
I
right
can
now?
identify all of these objects after I get some rest.
Aye. Okay.
We'll get everything back to the boat.
Sal just puts the goggles on. Pops them on.
As you
Whatever.
put them on, you realise at first they don't seem to do anything. You can't really see through the lenses. It seems like you'd have to spend a bit more time with this item to adjust to its nature. You'd almost have to
I turn to Styles in my
attune.
helm of underwater action and just go, "You look fucking stupid."
I like take them off and like. They don't seem to really do a lot.
You might need to spend a bit of time with them.
So
I'll
I put them on and just dangle them around my neck. I'm shooting.
I'll tell you exactly what they do after some rest, if you like. Maybe they'll help you see in the dark.
That's
Maybe.
what I was hoping for. Captain Sanderos will be disappointed though, because I think she said she was getting me some of them.
So,
Um,
as you make your way back
Make
from
your
the
way.
waterfall, damp but with treasure in tow, we'll take a quick wee break and then we'll come
Okay.
back. The sea ghost is actually a lot bigger than this one.
I thought this one was bigger.
No. Let me line them up.
it doesn't have to come fully in if it can't.
No, I guess if it doesn't fit,
Yeah.
just keep it by the shore and get the
Just
boys in.
ferry bits to it using the boat in
Everything
the box.
fits if you're brave enough.
Captain. Yeah.
I
make a
like how
skill
we've got
check.
2 rows of cannons on our ship.
Yeah, the sea ghost doesn't have cannons,
Uh-huh.
but this is the only token I could find.
Picture doesn't lie.
Mhm.
Doesn't
You're,
have cannons yet.
It's gonna have
Mm.
2.
Think that's about the scale. These are on the bigger map anyway. She be outside the realm of possibility. So.
Well, I guess we're just getting the slaves to. Well, we should probably inspect the. What's this other ship called? The Civil Serpent.
The Crimson Serpent.
That was it, yeah.
The civil servant.
First thing that came to my head.
Ah, yes, my other ship, the upstanding citizen.
This is the Crimson Serpent that you're on now. Let me just do this.
Some holes in it. Doesn't look super neat. I beckon Mr. Styles and I say, Mr. Styles.
So you should have a thing in your inventory now for the Crimson Serpent. That's its stats, and I will get up
Say,
Oh,
how is
moment.
this ship faring to you?
It's
She's got cannons, and I like that.
well armed. What is it? 4 cannons,
Got
6
10
single
cannons.
guns.
It says on the stats. So
Yes, 6 9-pound
Because-
cannons, 4 12-pound cannons.
I
yeah,
can't find the
that's
stats.
it'll be in your journal,
Ah, yeah, got it.
not newspaper.
Ooh.
That's pretty damn good.
That's pretty neat.
It's faster than the Sea Ghost as well because
Whoa.
it's smaller, but its cargo is lacking.
This one's built for fighting. This is not built for transport.
No, it's. I would describe it as a frigate, fast, manoeuvrable, fight its way in and quickly escape. Perfect.
And black
for
I thought you can do an
pirates.
acronym then. I was like,
Fast.
second letter is an M.
I
Black
don't
Cat
do
stand there and he
acronyms,
goes, "Yes,
but-
I would describe it as a friggin' good boat as well." He hasn't quite understood. Okay. Well, it looks good to me, Mr. Styles. I mean, all I can't see past the cannons. Do you think
Got-
she'll there'll be a
got
fine?
guns.
It's got guns. Do you think she'll be a fine addition to our fleet?
Yes, I think it will survive a storm, but it won't handle too. It'll be unpleasant for the crew, but
Well,
it won't
that's
be
what the
as
slaves
smooth
are for.
as the Sea Ghost.
Paul, while this
But
is like
it
sort
will do the
of
job.
all like
Well, they're
happening and stuff,
doing ships.
Yeah.
can I like once the crew, like the other ships arrived, can we just
Mhm.
like use the boat in a box to like ferry people up across and like get them to start shipping the booty and stuff and
Yeah,
the
so
cannonballs and the TNT
things-
and stuff that we found.
let me just look at the Sea Ghost's cargo capacity: 100 tons. So this is what you find on the island. If you sort of go back to the temple, people move stuff down. We'll say, this takes the entire day and brings you back round tonight again after people have gone to various areas. The cannons are hard to move, but you've got your crew, you've got yourselves, and you've got the others. Excuse me. On the island, you find 4. So this is additional to the cannons that are already on the Crimson Serpent. You find 4 12-pound islands at 4 12-pound cannons. I'll put you back on the main map and show you what you find. Just let me reveal everything.
What was the name of this island?
I was literally just about
Black
to say that to
Shark
put a
Island.
title at the top.
So you'll see now if you just sort of pan around the island yourself, there's some bombardment towers sort of built into the rock. What you do find as you go around, some of the cannons and even like the ones on the low level and the shipwreck that juts into the water, they're just wooden shapes painted to look like cannons. Some are real, some are fake. There was definitely the idea that this was a growing pirate colony and they had to have more reputation of force than actually having it. But you do find 4 12-pound cannons, 3 more 9-pound, and 12. Another 2 more 12-pound in the temple. So 6 12-pound and 3 9-pound cannons are what you find out of the cannons.
6 12-pound guns.
Yeah.
And how many?
3
And
9.
3
3
9-pound.
9-pound guns.
Most of these seem to be faked. They were just more simple to just cut a small tree down and shape it into a weapon.
Well, they'll still pop on the Sea Ghost. And make
As for
sure-
bowls,
Bowls.
you find 35 12-pound cannonballs. $45 9-pound cannonballs. And you find
2 balls
In
dangling
total-
from Ozzy's crotch.
in total, you find 5 kegs of black powder, 2 damage to use. The water's seeped in over time, so you have 4 usable kegs of black powder, which are £50 each. And just for future reference, it costs £1 of powder to fire a 12-pound shot and half a pound for a 9. This is where Pat's going to fact check me. It's semi-accurate, okay, Pat?
So we've got enough,
God, Paul.
basically got enough powder for the ammunition that we've found.
Yes. However, you only have 100 tons cargo storage on the Sea Ghost. And then powder kegs weigh £50 each.
How many pounds are in a ton?
Uh,
A ton is a
Metric or
1,000
imperial?
Oh
pounds.
yeah, is it metric or
is 1,000?
I mean, if you're
oh,
speaking,
you got plenty.
if you're speaking pounds, I'm assuming you're doing imperial.
I don't understand.
What do you say to me?
It'd be
How much do the
1,000.
cannons weigh? Did you say?
I might have it.
Fuck. They're gonna be like £100, 200.
You never class
And the
that as
rest.
storage, though, do you? That's, it's just deck
Not
stuff.
the cannons that are on the ship aren't included in the cargo.
No.
I'd say, for argument's sake, let's say the Sea Ghost can carry 4 of the 12s. And you'd fit the 9s on.
Well, I'm assuming, seeing as the Sea Ghost
There
is
is
bigger, we could fit at least what the other one has on, and that's got 4 12-pounders.
I'll say you can
and
pack
6
them up. Come on,
9-pounders.
boys. Stick them in your
It's
Sea Ghost.
1.2 ton for a 12-pound cannon.
Is it?
Well,
that's
that's
not
like
too bad.
that's with the shell and stuff, with the wheels and everything.
Yeah.
Suppose we just have it mounted on wood, so it's like 600 kilograms.
I think
12
it'd be
cannon.
heavier, wouldn't it? Well, they've
Nah,
still
it's-
got.
It must be fine because I've seen pirate
Put
ships
it on-
covered in cannons before, and they don't
on the
sink.
bloody ship.
But they're built for that. Those types of
Yeah.
of ships out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but ship
These-
cannons are heavier.
All
than
these are
land
ships' cannons.
And the fucking token's got 100 cannons on it, so I'm sure we can carry like 5 or 6.
Ignore the cannons on the token. I'll tell you what really pissed me off. Like, I've got all these ships tokens, and loads of them have different variants, like no cannons, different sails. This is the only one that fit the Sea Ghost caliber and didn't have a no cannon variant. I was like, they're gonna think they've got so many cannons.
And we do.
But yeah, you load on your cargo for the course of the day, and night has begun to draw in on the island. What do you wish to do?
Are we?
Should we?
Can I just pose a couple? Well, I got a couple questions for the gang.
Yeah.
First question: is this our new base of operations?
I'm glad you asked.
And
I mean-
second question, depending on the answer, is should we spend the night here and then leave at sunrise so we can all have a rest?
So
Oh yeah, I definitely think we should have a rest.
I agree wholeheartedly. We should rest here with the comforts of the island. If we're attacked at sea, we don't want to get caught with our pants down.
I do,
As
but that's a different story.
chance to be a fine thing. As to the notion of a base, I like a base. I like a good base. My only concern is it's far from, all of our
Yeah.
amenities.
How many
um,
days travel was it from Saltmarsh?
4 days travel from Saltmarsh, I believe.
Yeah, it's a
I
heck of
prefer
a dress
being at
travel.
Saltmarsh, to be fair.
There's no like taverns. I know there's like the fucking the tavern, but we'll run out of booze soon and run out of food. And I say, if needs be, we could use it as a hidey hole. But I think we'll be happier amongst the people in civilization.
I don't disagree. I'm a man of the people. I need an audience.
But you need an audience, exactly.
Um,
But we'll name it Picard Island, and we'll
Well,
pop
Me-
pop back.
Mr. Men.
Mr. Man, come on, Packard. Mr. Men.
You realise
Aisle.
if we don't occupy it, it will be occupied when we pop back.
Yeah, that is something I
Then we
considered,
will
Mr.
take
Scarrick,
it again.
and we will just have to take it by force again. I wonder if there's any way we could lay a trap for anyone.
We could
Well-
reset the trap in the.
Well, we could.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be of interest to like Gellin. He could maybe
Oh.
run some shipping operations from here,
Oh, now you're talking like valuable real estate.
and that he can keep it manned, and we can visit any time.
That is, I like that idea.
I thought you didn't like Galen doing his slavery stuff.
Not slavery,
Nobody
There wasn't
mentioned
slavery.
slaves. That
just
was
normal.
just
trade.
he's a merchant, right? So he does his trade. It's an outpost for trade.
It could be a valuable outpost, a stopping off point. It already has some structure.
I mean, it doesn't even
built
have to
into it.
be Gellin. It could be for anyone on the
You could
council
pop
of
a brothel in
Saltmarsh.
it.
I like that idea.
I think there's room for two.
I like that
two
idea.
brothels.
They can like compete.
Wow.
Like who could give the best? Who could give the most boobs?
And then no one's got a monopoly, and it'll drive the prices down.
Exactly. Cheap titties. I like it.
Yeah, I think let's return to Saltmarsh. Tell Mr. Gellin
Tell Mr.
about this wonderful
Island with cheap titties.
this opportunity for a business venture to own Mr. Men Island.
We can call it Titty Island.
No, if you won't let me have Picard Island, we're not calling it Titty Island.
God.
But yeah, that's a solid plan. But we will chill.
Well, it's an idea.
Yeah.
Rather it go to the one of them than just some random pirates that just pull
Oh
up
well,
here.
that's it. Yeah, Scarrick is absolutely right. Somebody will try and fill the hole,
Yeah. Nice.
and it might as well be one of ours.
I want my holes filled. Oh, we're not talking about the same thing anymore, are we? Okay.
We never were.
So-
yeah.
As the night draws on, you settle in the accommodation on the island.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would plot
The amount of watch.
myself up in the bar, drinking rum.
I will join you there, my pal.
How
Close
do
going there
you
today.
how do you display the island? Are you because when you came on your first evening, it was lit. There was lights coming from the holes in the cliffs. There was lamps lit around the dock area.
I say we do the same. We get the slaves to go around and tell them to.
Be a chap and just light all the lanterns, please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
keep
no,
it-
we pay them though. Like we've got a little bit of copper we can give them,
Yeah.
and they
Scraps.
just go around your normal
I mean,
business like you was when we want.
Do
Before
we want to
came and...
attract attention to make it look occupied?
No, but if someone knows it's here and come and sees it not,
Mm.
Well, it's only for one night anyway. I mean, we can keep a watch. Some of
Yeah,
the
we'll
crew
keep-
can do a watch shift. I mean, Picard doesn't need to sleep. You can keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll just stand out by the water on the cliff.
Do you want to split this money that we found?
You want to split it now?
Aye, might as
kinda.
well.
So it's five-
Throughout the day,
Oh.
the crew who've been helping you have been asking about what you found on the island. If you found anything of wealth. Any
Well,
treasure.
that's nothing to do with you, is it?
We say,
You're a paid crew. Know your place.
yeah, we say,
The bosun
Don't-
asks if you found anything, can we loot the rest? Perhaps it's accustomed to
I mean,
finding an island.
metagame. I take it when we were doing our search and we went through all the rooms and stuff and like.
Yeah, you found throughout the day. I'd say you've gone through all the rooms. You've got everything of
found
great
any
value
chests or
yourselves.
anything, Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing. All
Aye.
the treasure on the island was held in that one position.
Have at it, man.
Hmm.
I understand
go wild.
the way of war.
I would argue that it's not a very professional crew if they're just looting and pillaging the first island we found.
Ozzy,
They're here to do a job. They're getting paid to do it. Do your fucking job.
This is the way of things. This is how they wind
Is
down,
it?
you know.
They're not.
Let
They're
them
not
have
pirates.
A few
They're
coins that they find.
respectable sailors. They're not fucking pirates. What are they doing?
Ozzy, everybody that we kill, you go through the pockets.
I'm not a fucking respectable sailor.
Hey, maybe these guys aren't too, but
When we're sailing in
that's the
pirate
way of
waters,
things.
I would say, seeing as the contents of this island belong to scallywags, it's only right that their ill-gotten gains be put to better use. And I say, men, you can have whatever you like.
Well,
Yeah.
that's on you then.
and you do
Absolutely.
find, whilst going through the stores, Picard, enough salt to fill your bag.
I was about to say, can I find some salt?
Yeah.
I'm just pouring it in like.
So we each get 500 gold.
500 gold.
And we each get. Just use a calculator just to be sure.
We found so much, I need a calculator. Thanks, DM.
So we each get 500 gold and 1,250 silver.
Wow.
Which. How much is that in gold?
What is it, 10?
2, 5 silver. Yeah, so it's be
So
125
100.
1,085.
Yeah.
gold, won't it? I'll put it in the silver anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already had 100 silver.
Pieces of 8.
And then. And then there's 200. So there's 50 copper pieces left over each.
Give it to the slaves.
So give it to the slaves. Make 'em-
Yeah.
make 'em-
Okay. Yeah. We'll give 200 copper pieces to the slaves to dish out. That this will get you going till we get back.
for your kindness, master. Dobby has a sock.
I say there are no masters here. There are only the Mr. Men. But
They
you may
pocket some, and
you
you
may
see
address me
that,
as captain.
as they've sort of gone back and found some of their possessions. Some of them have found clothes that they had originally worn when they were taken captive, and they've redressed into them. There's a mixed match bag of clothes, and at this point, they've armed themselves with your permission with the weapons of the pirates.
Can I just ask as well? You said there's a bag of gemstones. Do I know the value of that, or
I would say just make a intelligence check with advantage because you've just recently been on the gemstone ship.
I'll also have a look because I've probably got recent.
intelligence
Well, I've dealt
check
with them.
19?
Because you're a greedy dwarf.
19.
I'm a greedy
Um,
dwarf and a blacksmith, yeah. 20. Not dirty.
Yeah, between the both of you, you can look at the gems and identify that they'd be around 50 gold each
And how many are there?
at 10.
10.
You all owe me 70.
Yeah.
57 gold pieces, please.
Aye, here you go.
How much? Sorry.
57.
57 each.
57.
Okay. And then we've still got like more to pay when we get back, right?
Yeah, another 260 to them.
All right. I've just given you that. The 57, I mean. And then this bag of 10 gemstones.
Hold on to them and we'll put them in there.
Yeah, because I'll hang on to them for now. Does any of you have any spells that require gemstones? And asking that,
so.
I'm
Don't think so.
does anyone have access to Revivify at this point? Bring someone back from the
no.
dead.
No.
Let's have a look.
Sounds like
Need that
we
level
need
up
to
that's
level
coming
up.
very soon.
I don't think they'd be worth enough at this point, would they? For Revivify?
I think
They'll be worth
Revivify.
100 gold, aren't they?
Yeah, but I
Or
think
it's at different levels.
depending on how you. No, you just need that amount worth of gemstones.
okay,
It doesn't
yeah,
have
I
to be
see,
like
I
one
see.
gemstone.
One diamond or anything.
Yeah,
like
so we might
Final
want to
Fantasy.
keep these for when someone gets access to those spells, so we can bring
I
someone back
think
to
I
life.
have access. I think I have access to Revivify.
Yeah, you
My
might
god
do.
has no interest in reviving the dead.
Right.
Only
I-
controlling them.
I make dead.
They are one with me now.
Well,
Revive them, kill them again. Revive them, kill them
Yeah.
again.
that's
He's like, oh, I'll take them.
before.
Revivify diamonds.
Yeah,
Make
it's a
diamonds.
diamond.
Oh, is it diamonds, not
It is a
gemstones?
diamond.
Yeah.
Righty ho. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll cross the bridge when it comes to it.
I can check what they are anyway for next session. So
Sure. We maybe trade these gemstones for diamonds. I go to the bar and open one of the bottles of rum.
some of the
Join them.
events that happen over the course of the night while you tend to your wounds and just reflect on the day.
Who's? Oh, go on.
I was going to say the crew from the ship set up in the bar, passing around bottles of rum and making a simple meal for everyone on the evening. The cook comes onto shore. They begin to sing songs with each other, and perhaps you partake at some point. The prisoners you see, after taking turns on the watch, a few of them collect together and they load the bodies of their peers into one of the small rowboats and they row above the chain out into the ocean, and you see a small light on the boat as they throw them overboard and pray over the corpses. After coming back, the prisoners, although a bit somber at start, do begin to warm and see the nature of the people. They talk to some of the crew and regale stories. Some are from similar places across the realm. They talk about their past. Most, in fact, all of the people on this island are sailors of some description, whether it be fishermen, merchants. They've all been captured in pirate raids and taken as hostages. But there is no one of nature as in such more of a higher rank than a general sailor, if you know what I mean.
No higher than general.
Who's in the bar as well? Then Scarrick
I'd say at
said
this
he
point,
is,
there's a
and the
mixture of you
pirate
guys.
Yeah.
Most of the crew, anyone who's not on watch, is sort of, this is the hub. This is where they got the fire going. This is the warmth in the island.
Where are you, Picard?
I am sort of.
You're on watch.
You're
Yeah, I'm
watching.
gonna be like on the tower, just sort of like looking out at the sea.
Well, that was fucked up.
Aye. Quite fun, wasn't it?
Did you
No.
see what Picard did to that guy's head?
He's
I
had.
don't mind intimidating people, cutting him up a little bit here and there, but he made his head explode. From the
Aye, that's
inside
war.
out.
Things happen in battle that
That
you
that
know.
was not battle.
Yeah, I kind of was stars on this one. Like, that was a bit. I mean, look, the guy had just found out he's got family and a sister, and then he just had that all like ripped out, and he was stabbed in the back. I mean, it must be. I'm no one to judge on the mental toll that would take on someone, but it was pretty grim.
I'm sure our captain can handle it.
And what happened to her head? Where did that go?
Oh, he put that in his pocket.
Is that what's in the bag?
That's what was in the bag.
I think he's planning on possibly having a wee chat with his sister later. So, helps to have her head.
I've seen a lot of things in my time, but I've never seen a brother cut off his sister's head, then stuff it in a bag and wear it around his belt.
I mean,
But now I have.
he has no real memory of this person, so I guess that makes it easier for him to do it.
It's still a human being.
I know. Yeah, it's It's gonna make for an interesting song, that's for sure.
You make songs about everything you see.
Pretty much, that's what I do.
You're gonna have a bit about what happened in the cave.
Oh, when I nearly drowned.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think the main subject of it will be Kira the bitch. Might even be the title of the song. Kira the bitch. We'll see.
I hold
Who's
up my
Kira?
tankard of ale and here are the bitch.
It's Kira the bitch.
I don't know who she is, but I.
Kenzie.
Oh, Kinsey. Oh, aye, bitch.
Batch.
Fuck her.
I might not seem like the caring, sentimental type, but under this thick, rock-hard exterior, I am. Might want to just keep an eye on Packard, make sure he's okay. I know how it feels to lose family, and it might take its toll on him. Then again, he might be a crazy psychopath who don't give a shit at all.
What do you mean, maybe?
Fair.
I think maybe the second one is more likely.
Yeah.
If I was to look around, would I see any of like the free folk, we will call them now? Then? Any of them?
Yeah, they're mixed in
any-
with the crew, some dotted together.
Any of them seem to be in charge or anything? Anyone that seems to speak for the rest?
No, not at this point. They seem to just be mingling, find their place. They look to your group as leaders.
Okay, so I approach a table with as many as I can find, and
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 sat around.
yeah, so we were on our way. You are now free.
And we thank you kindly for that, sir.
We can't help but notice you are stuck on this island. If you help us, you look like sailors, men of the sea. If you help
That we
us
are.
get that ship back, if you crew it with us or for us, we will pay you and get you back to the mainland.
Sounds fair. We're in your debt, to be honest, and all of us. And he sort of looks around. Now we've got a meal in our stomachs. We can do it. We all have experience, although different vessels. But yes, we can assist.
Well,
Which-
help yourself to as much food as you can and maybe take it easy on the ale, but get some rest as well.
I presume we sail at dawn.
Yes, with the tide.
Which vessels will we be split onto?
We'll have to discuss that. I think if we split the crews in half, maybe. Because when was the last time you was actually on a ship?
I've
Picard,
been on
shouldn't
here
you be doing this?
2 to 3 months, and he's not even there.
Packard's not here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
I'm just
going-
whispering
He's
to
talking
Ozzy,
to
man.
someone.
I'm
It's
saying this to
go.
Ozzy. Hey, oh, sorry, Ozzy.
I don't even look anything like the guy.
I've been on the island for, I don't know, possibly a few months. Some people just came in a few days ago. We never lose our touch. We can do it.
We'll do
The only thing will be is slightly weakened, as we said.
yeah, so maybe splitting the crews in 2 halves. Half in 50-50 mix. Then we have the plenty able-bodied men, the less able men. I think
Where
that
is it
should
we
be
sailed
fine.
to?
It will be
Saltmarsh.
That's the one.
Not much.
The place I've been living for the last 2 months, Saltmarsh. It's a nice place. Have you heard of it?
He sort of looks around, and one person's like, I fished from Saltmarsh one time. Yeah, I know the plot. I know the course.
And you're all gonna make it into my song. So you got that to look
And
forward to as well.
The one that recognised you before. Ozzy, play us one now, will you? It's been a
Oh.
while since we've heard music.
Been a while.
Well, can we just like do a little bit of like backtracking just for a second before I do that?
Rewind.
No, play the
While
goddamn song.
while Styles like sort of jumps up and goes off to the tables like talking to him, can I just have a little word with Scarrig?
Yeah.
How did you find discovering that Kira was a backstabber?
Aye, sucked, but it's good killing her in the end, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think. What, is that not what you want?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've always like said that fighting like this is wrong and it's nothing to be like glorified, and yet whenever we seem to do it these days, you seem like you're really getting off on it. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Like it's
what we do now, isn't it? Is, we go and fight and we battle, and it's like old times. Well, not quite, but
yeah. I guess. I mean, does it take you back to what it was like in the war and stuff?
In the war, but with you guys, it's different. I don't know. It's more exciting, It's
I guess. I don't know. I just seem to see a different side of you recently. And like I say, I'm not one to judge in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. You just seem a bit different. Like you're reveling in it a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, man. When we were fighting back there, your eyes, they went black. And
Aye.
you didn't look like Scarrick. You looked like something else. I don't know.
like
It was a bit weird, man.
the darkness.
Yeah, you could say that.
I told you about the dreams, didn't I?
Did you?
I think we talked
Can't
briefly
remember.
about my dark dream. Well, at least one of them we talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've spoken much about the most recent ones.
No. You just mentioned that you had some like weird dreams, but nothing to be like concerned about.
Well, I don't know. I just feel different now. Like there's a power that if I keep reaching for it, maybe I'm stronger.
Well, I mean, I've never seen you so strong, you know? Like, we fuck up everyone we come across.
Yeah.
Like, no one can beat us. Maybe you should, reach out and grab the power.
Aye, Ozzy.
But on the other hand, I don't know. It was just a weird look. A look I don't associate with you. Black eyes, rage. It was a bit scary.
Just think of it as my battle mask.
Yeah.
Just like your war paint that you sometimes used to put on for your gigs.
Aye. Mascara.
Aye.
Dial
That's
on
what you want to call it.
When you were like fighting back in the wars and stuff, is this the kind of like vibe you were going with? The scary black eye, go fuck you up vibe.
Not quite. No. I think that would have freaked out my comrades a bit, but we've got a stronger bond,
Oh yeah, don't freak me out. I'm totally cool with it, man.
Aye. No, I think this is new. This is something different.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm like looking at it the wrong way. And I'm getting freaked out by it, but I think it's just because I've never seen you like that. But if you say it makes you stronger and more badass, I mean, it was definitely badass. Then yeah, like maybe like pursue it, go for it.
Aye, I will. I think it's a good path. You know,
Yeah.
it's
It's pretty bad. Now the more I think about it,
we've
it's
got
pretty
all of us
badass.
together. I think we're unstoppable. Don't you think?
I mean, yeah, so far.
We've got 2 ships now.
We
Think of
got
what
2
we could
fucking ships. We're like we're almost an armada. That's the word, right?
Aye.
Armada?
Aye, it just sounds weird coming out of your mouth.
Armada. It's difficult with this accent.
Aye.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're all, like, family now. Like, I mean, we were always family, I know, but, like, Picard, he has lost his family, but now we're in his new family.
Aye, maybe we should like become blood brothers or something.
Maybe. I just take the rum off of him and drink it myself. Yeah, maybe. Oh, what? Oh, you want a song? Oh, fucking hell, they want me to sing a song.
Oh, alright. We'll talk about that later.
Alright.
I'll
So,
just start sharpening my knife.
as you sharpen your knife, Ozzy picks up his guitar and begins to play. And the night carries on from here until I'd say quite early on for you guys because you've been up a long time and you've battled. You draw in maybe just before midnight. Turn into your bunks and sleep. Is there anything else you want to do, bar Picard, before you go to sleep?
Nah.
No,
Just
don't
stand
think
and look
so.
at the sea.
Picard,
Mm.
as you stand on the tower staring out into the black ocean, the 2 moons in the sky blotted out slightly by the clouds that hang low on the horizon. Make a perception check.
Shit. 11.
Okay. You stare out and you think you see what could be lights out in the ocean. But as you're staring, trying to focus on them, your vision, as you sort of become accustomed to now, begins to haze over. Everything goes dark for a second and you feel around, but your eyes open. Your head's looking down at the wooden planks you stand on. You smell salt, thick in the air. And yet there's another smell. It's the crisp scent of burnt black powder. You look across to the vessel next to yours, its mass damage from cannon fire. Your eyes scan to the bow and to the stern, and you see boarding hooks clinging to your rigging and decks. And then you hear a cry of rage. You turn and see your sister, her red hair flowing behind her, coming towards you with a cutlass drawn, her eyes misted with a look of anger and pain. You feel pain in your left arm as she severs it from your body with her sword. She speaks to you as she pushes your body back over the railings. This is for Fisk. May he find you on the other side and torment you for all your days. You see a storm-filled sky as your head goes back when you lose balance. You're falling. Down. Between the 2 ships, the wood almost closing above you. You feel weightless as you drop away. Suddenly cold wraps around you as you crash into the water. You begin to sink, the air pushing out your lungs. The cold, dark blue water covers you and blots out the storm, and your vision fades into black. You wake up, cold. Sand gritting between your teeth. The sound of voices around you, and as you look up you see a beach crowded with the familiar faces of your peers. This is where you woke at Saltmarsh. And then as you shake the vision away, the black sea around you calms you.
Oh. Oh my.
And then
I
Packard
saw-
ejaculates.
Yeah, I was
I-
just thinking the same thing. He's masturbating frivolously.
I open up the bag and I look at the head to make sure it's still there. And I'm
It
like,
is.
and I say, "Yeah, you tell him yourself, you stupid bitch." And I close the bag.
I can picture what you see in the bag as you open it up. You just see the salt layer leveled
Mm.
naturally, and just this slight bit of auburn hair and an eye socket poking out, but the salt's just crusted over everything. It's grim, but it's cool. The rest of you sleep well, except for you, Scarrick. You fall into the slumber of drunkenness and tiredness from exertion. You've worked hard, you've protected your peers again, and your body feels worse for wear. As you fall into sleep and black, a dream comes to you. In this dream, everything is dark except a wooden table. Across the table, various trinkets and objects, candelabras, cups, bowls, plates, what seem to be flasks and vials. Your eyes are drawn to a scroll wrapped up tightly with wooden poles. You move towards it, and your hand you see extend before you. You roll the scroll open. You try, and it's almost like the light isn't bright enough for you to see the writing. You can't quite make out the scribbles on it, and as you extend further, you can't see. And then fire. Fire fills the room around you, the objects bursting into flames. The scroll in your hand begins to burn, and words emerge from the flames. Power. And then you awake. It's morning.
We
And
get a
the
long
sun
rest.
is coming through.
Mhm.
You get a long rest.
Long run.
And that, I know it's been a short one tonight,
Oh no!
but we're going to finish it there because that closes this chapter of the island. My next session, we will venture home to Saltmarsh.